Yeah, Mike 0 Golf India. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot QRP. I'm just running 4 watts, just 4 watts from the southeast of England in Kent, about 15 miles south of London. Back to you.
My name's John. I'm located in Kileskew in Sutherland.
Yeah, Mike 0 Golf India. Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot QRP. Well, very good afternoon to you, John. I was just listening to your conversation then, and I'm running a tiny Chinese rig. It's one of those micro SDX rigs. I bought it last October, and I've used it on and off. I say running about 4 watts today into a long wire, and I just thought that I'd call into you and just see if you could hear me. You're 5 and 7 to me in the clear. You're just above my noise level. I've got about an S7 noise, but I can hear you nice and clearly, John. Mike 0 GGI. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Fox in southeast of England. Sorry about John. The name is Mark. Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo, and I'm in Sidcup in Kent. So as I say, about 15 miles south of London, and the locator for that, if it's of any use to you, is Juliet Oscar 01 Bravo Kilo. Back to you, John. Yeah, Mike 0 GGI M0 JCF. Well, John, I'm really pleased that I made the contact. Yeah, I've got a few QRP rigs, and I quite like to run, you know, low power and make life difficult for myself. But I heard Jeff today on 40 meters on Orkney. I'm sure you've worked him before. He's working the a special station, GM5 Whiskey Sierra, and he was absolutely storming down this way, but yeah, too much of a pile up, and I wasn't going to sit on 40 metres busting a gut. I find 60 metres is great for QRP because, you know, it's not crowded, and people tend to avoid it just because, you know, well, A, they haven't got the licence for it, or B, they just, you know, people forget that 60 metres exists. So I just thought I'd break out the rig today, have a go, say, heard you calling, and I wasn't sure which one of you both was going to go QRT, so I just put out a blind call hoping you'd come back to me. But yeah, the 7600 and 100 watts, it's, as I say, it's working well. I think the band's closing to us, isn't it? As the sun's setting, the band's going longer and longer, and the Europeans slightly lower down the band will start coming in a bit louder. But great talking to you, John. Hopefully I haven't rambled on too long and lost you in the QSB. Back to you there, John. MM0 GGI. This is M0 JCF.
Okay, Mark. Yeah, we're pretty constant 5 and 5 on the last one, no problem at all. It will go long, but of course we're a long way apart anyway. So, you know, you might have different stations that are closer to you, but I'm a good 500 miles. I know I'm 550 miles from the guys on the south coast, let's put it that way. So I'm a long way north here. later if you want, and you can look it up, but you can see me on QRZ.com. It's India Oscar 78 Lima Golf. India Oscar 78 Lima Golf. But you can see me on QRZ, Mark. Over.
Yeah, Roger, John. You come up nice and loud to me as well that time. Yeah, you can see me on QRZ. I haven't got the internet in front of me at the moment, so I can't look you up just yet, but I will do later. Also, John, if you work Tool Britain, if you want my Work Tool Britain square, it's Tango Queen 47. Tango Queen 47. I'm not sure if you know your Work Tool Britain square, but mine's Tango Queen 47 if you need that square. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, I do Work Tool Britain, not very active these days. Tango Queen 47. I'm just going to look it up on my spreadsheet now. Then I'm going to put you in QRZ.com as well. Tango Queen 47. I'll just have a quick look. See if I need that square. If you want my square is November Charlie 23. November Charlie 23. Okay, I've got your square. You're in the same square as Doug. G6INU, over.
Yeah, everybody knows Doug, G6INU. I speak to Doug quite often. He's about as the crow flies, he's only about a quarter to half a mile away from me, but normally you find him on 40 metres, don't you, John? And yeah, Doug is obviously very, very active, especially on 40 metres, and it's quite funny the amount of Europeans that when I tell them I'm in Sidcup in Kent, they all say, "Oh, you must know Doug," and then they say his call sign's G6, and I'm shouting at the radio, INU, and we get there in the end. But yeah, so yeah, I've never met him face to face, but yeah, he's very close to me, John. Back to you.
Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike, Hero, Golf, India, over.
Yeah, Mike 0, Golf India, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot / QRP returning. Well, thanks for that. That's great, isn't it? 513 miles is it's not bad for 4 watts into a long wire. My antenna's really simple, John. It's just a 90-foot long wire, and it's only about 25 feet above the ground. So it's a great Envis antenna. In fact, it's a brilliant antenna for 40, 60 and 80 metres if I want to work, you know, into G near continent and Ireland, etc. It's a fantastic antenna for that. But the 4 watts, it just goes to show that, you know, you don't need hundreds and hundreds. I mean, I've got loads of radios here, as you'll see from QRZ. That actually needs updating because it's a little bit out of date now for photographs, etc. But yeah, I've got plenty of old rigs. I think the nearest one I've got to your 7600 is I've got an IC 7300. I don't use it very much. The more modern rig I do use regularly is my TS 590S Kenwood. But you know, John, at the end of the day, I like my old stuff. I like the hybrids, the valve gear. I'm started a lot of restoration work at the moment, and then the homebrew and these, you know, these little QRP rigs that you pick up for just a few quid, like via eBay and places like that, you know. And once you understand how they work, because this is an SDR receiver and a Class E final output, once you understand how they work, you know, they're fantastic rigs and great performers. But you know, it also depends as well if the person the other end can be bothered to actually like work hard. Obviously, you know, we get a little bit of QSB and I disappear, whereas you get some QSB me, and I could probably still hear you, you know, to a certain extent. So that's my ramble over there, John. I'm going to get back off now. I need to go QRT. My daughter's texted me. I think she's going to be on her way home from work soon, and she was asking what have we got for dinner. And well, I know what I've got, but I don't know what she's got. She's a vegetarian, so I'll have to go and make something up for her. So John, I really appreciate you taking the time. Thanks for the NC23 as well, November Charlie 23 on your WAD. I don't believe I've got that square. I'm not overly active myself, but I am a book holder, so I just like to fill in the squares every now and again, and every now and again I'll join one of their nets. But you know, I like this ad hoc, just pick them up as you see them. John, absolutely fantastic to talk to you, and thanks for giving me the time of day, and I look forward to catching up with you in the near future, and we'll have a good old rag chew with a few more watts. Mike 0 Golf India, this is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot QRP over 500 miles away. Wishing you best 73, John, and I'm handing you to a final. Bye bye for now, mate.
You're actually getting stronger, the band going longer is favouring you at the moment. I've got a very low noise level here which helps things, you see. I normally get an X1 or less of noise on most bands here because I live right out in the badlands of Sutherland, you see. With no factories around, no cash offices, traffic lights, all of those things, the computers, calls, QRM, as you know. I haven't got any of that here, so I'm lucky. Okay, mate, if you need the book number, it's 20641. I don't collect the book numbers, but mine is 20641, Mark. MM0GGI.
Yeah, MM0GGI, M0JCF returning for a reply. Yeah, I don't know my book number off the top of my head, John, so sorry I can't give it to you. But no, as I say, I just like to collect the squares, mate. I'm not overly fussed about book numbers and awards and trig numbers and all the rest of it. I'm happy just to grab your square, and that's good enough for me. John, have a fantastic evening, mate. Look forward to working you again in the near future, and I know that I will be able to get through to you due to your low noise, but yeah, we don't have that in this urbanised part of Kent stroke London. Unfortunately, the noise can get horrendous sometimes, but it seems to be in my favour tonight. All the best, mate. Take care. 73, and I'll go clear. Mike 0 GGI M0 JCF QRP station, southeast of England, going QRT. At 73, John, you enjoy cooking on the hot plate on the open fire. M0 JCF definitely is now clear.
MM0GGI G4MQL. Yeah, good evening, John. Yeah, it's Roger, and I was just switched over onto 60, and I heard you with Mark there, and Mark was about 5 and 5 with me. So, yeah, you're peaking the 9, just over the 9 there, John. Anyway, I know you want to get off, but just wanted to say hello.